All right. Hey there, everyone. Hitesh here, and welcome to this fresh new series on this channel known as Podcast with People. I'm super excited to have all of you up here on Podcast with. And yep, that's a new intro that we built up for this series. It's pretty good, it's pretty nice, and feels super happy to be back in a series. In case you are old member of this channel, you know that we used to do these Saturday live. Now, let me break this because the name might be a little bit confusing to some of the people. It says podcast with people. And people here doesn't means that I'll bring in any guest or any celebrity or a YouTuber or a fellow content creator. This is more about podcast with people. A new concept I came up and I realized that it is so much important to talk to you guys. So in this context, the people are you folks, and I'll be answering your questions, whatever is there you want to ask. I'll be actually answering your question. I do understand that it is important to have somebody to have the conversation, but I've realized that there are already so many podcasts in which people are just talking to each other. So many great ones, of course. I've been a part of few of them, but I think I'll keep this segment just for the people itself. And I'll be just answering your questions, whatever you have to mention, whatever you have to suggest, or anything like that. Maybe you can suggest me at Discord in earlier week, or you can just mention them in the comment section. So rather, instead of just focusing on a subject or something, I would love to discuss that subject with you, all of you in public, rather than just one individual. Of course, I'll do that as well. But I'm starting that kind of a segment with another people on a different YouTube channel with the name of Staff Room. That will be working onto a different side. But right now, you are people. So that is all from my side about the introduction of this new segment. And by the way, I'm actually also making this as a playlist podcast with people. So that you can listen to it as a podcast, YouTube podcast, and later on you can just watch it in a playlist, separate playlist. We also had a segment earlier, Saturday Live, but I never made a proper playlist for it and proper series and all of these things. But for this one, we'll be doing it. We'll be doing it for sure. Okay, Shiva is asking, when are you launching your paid courses? No, I'm not launching any paid courses. I just made a video about that backend development on my other channel, just to make you realize that how much we have done in the series. It's way above anything that you have seen so far. So that's why I made the video, to make people realize that although it is a content which is available for free on YouTube on my channel, another channel, Chai or Code, but it is so much of high-end content that is super, super rare to see around for that. All right. Nice question. Awesome guy. He says, is your current cloud course is a good source to get started with the cloud? Yes, of course. I would say 100%. I'm also still preparing notes. By the way, if you can, those who are watching it, I am actually still having my iPad and I'm making more notes. Anybody who wants to jump into the cloud, I think he should get started with my playlist. The first one is Before Cloud, and which we are currently going through. And probably after one more video, we'll jump directly into the Certified Cloud Practitioner. So I think this is one of the best way to get started with the cloud. If you have zero to no experience in the cloud, you have never dealt with that. So I think they can do it. They can do it. All right, so picking up more questions that you guys are having. By the way, you can write the questions in the comment section, and that's how we do. That's why it is a live session. You can ask the questions live in the comment section, can share the stream itself, and we'll be doing that. So all right, we got around almost nearby 300 people watching it. So go ahead, hit that like button as well. That's usually the most important. Okay. So let's pick up more question. There are some interesting ones going around. Let me pick one. Again, a repetitive question. I'm from a non-tech background. Can I start career in IT field? Yes, you can start your career. You might be from tech or non-tech field. But one thing you should really understand is just because you are non-tech, you you don't have to consider that I don't have an advantage or I have an advantage. So let me summarize this. What does this means? So a lot of people who come from a non-tech background, they are afraid of getting started in the tech. Surely you can and you should, but keep in mind that you have to work really, really hard compared to the people who are already in the tech or have the tech degree. A lot of people might sugarcoat this that, hey, anybody can get started in the tech. Yes, but you will be struggling. So be prepared for that struggle. I will not sugarcoat this. There are people who are having proper engineering degrees. There are people who are doing simultaneously many courses online and offline. So you are competing with those people. So until unless you are ready to give a tough fight to them, really hard working time there, then make sure you are not just jumping around that, hey, anybody can do it. Yes, anybody can do it, but it requires ton of efforts. Okay, so Aditya is asking, please focus on service of iNeuron. There are no service from the company, no reply to email, no call received by the people. Actually, iNeuron is managed by Krish. He has another YouTube channel, so probably you might want to reach out to Krish. I am currently in the PW. So PW actually acquired iNeuron and LCO, and there are different divisions. PW is a really, really big company, of course, unicorn. There are different divisions in it, and iNeuron is still owned and managed by Krish Nayak. So I think you should reach out to him. He will be able to better suggest you, or these suggestions will make much more sense for him. Oh, Ashwin says, I took your LCO AWS course and cleared AWS CCP. AWS LCO course was really way beyond that, even the AWS architect level. So I think CCP would be a piece of cake for you. But it was a good venture that we started and worked on that. Sadly, it's no longer now active. It's under iNeuron. So AWS course will launch. We have already launched one. We haven't officially formalized it, but the course is already there. We have launched 2 videos in that. If you watch continuously this channel, all the videos that comes around, yes, we have already launched the AWS course, and we are already working on our certified cloud practitioner journey. Is age matter in it? Yes, of course. Age do matter. It really matters. People who are below 18 rarely get any job because of the rule of India. There is a child labor law, and people who are too old also sometimes find it difficult to get a job. This is fair. This is how the industry works. Okay. Harsh says, how do you stay updated with tech and trend in market? The best way to get updated with tech and trend is to subscribe Hitesh Chaudhary YouTube channel. And in case you are a fan of Hindi, then you should follow Chai or Code channel. These are the best and easiest way to stay updated. Will your AWS playlist enough for certificate? Absolutely. We'll go every in-depth and detail, even how much is asked in the exam, what type of questions are asked in the exam. Everything, will cover everything. So it's more than enough for you. It's more than enough to follow these videos. These videos do take time, I agree. It's not possible to push these videos constantly, like 2 or 3 videos every day, but I'm trying my best to get it. Oh, Shubham is also here. Hey Shubham, how are you? Hope things are doing good. How's winter going on? It's really bad. My voice is still a little itchy, but yes, things are good. The winters, it's too cold. It's too freaking cold. Sohail Khan says, when you will visit Pakistan? Probably never. Probably never, because there are lots of issues. The moment you get stamped on your passport with Pakistan, and especially if you are from India, there is so many issues. And I still have a lot of things to travel, a lot of countries to travel. So I would love to visit them first. Okay, so LCO is not working. Whom to reach out for this? You have to reach out iNeuron chat for that. I'll probably post. I actually discussed with the iNeuron guys that, hey, give me something. I need some contact number or some email where people can reach out. There are a lot of troubles going on. So they have finally given me a contact number. I'll probably post that on my Instagram and Twitter as a post that, hey, these are the contact number. These are the emails where you can reach out. Sadly, I don't have any control over that, but yeah. Okay. Saksham is saying, why don't you add audio track like you can get a dubbing artist, then AWS series will be for both audience. It can be done, but the problem is when you actually dub it out, there are not enough tech people who can do the dubbing. If you find out artists who just do it, they don't really know the meaning, and there's too much of work in that. And you also lose the soul of the content itself when you actually try to dub it out. So I realize I can speak pretty good Hindi. I can speak English. So at least two languages are done. And if somebody can do it for, let's just say, Tamil or maybe Marathi, I don't know how to validate that. I need to hire another guy who can validate that he is doing good and he's not. Yeah, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Okay, so more questions. Oh, career in Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is rising. There are, in fact, a couple of my friends who actually put content around Azure DevOps. One is Piyush, so he's also putting up pretty good content on Azure. There are a lot of other people who are also putting a lot of content on Azure. I just thought that I'll start with AWS. Personal choice, nothing around that. But yeah, it's rising quite a lot. Oh, Rishabh says zero in tech. What to do? I am in final sem. Oh man, you have wasted a lot of time saying that I'm zero in tech. Probably you're doing engineering and you haven't even touched the tech. That's really a bad situation. But good thing is that you can start now and it will take time. No magic is going to happen. You will still take 1 year, 2 year, probably more than 2 year. But still, you can get started. Is RuPay card not valid to create AWS account? RuPay card usually gives problem. It's a network issue. It's a network issue. So yeah, that gives it. Oh, Saksham is asking, you promised a video on shared CN. Actually, we are working on it already. Like we have worked already. In case you know, we actually recently launched a dummy test project. It was True Feedback, truefeedback.in. So just a fun project that actually uses wholly of shared CN. So whenever I'll make video on how to build that production level application, which uses a shared CN, Next.js, resend for the email and lots of other things, we will actually walk you through with the shared CN. So rather than individually picking up the subject, I'm now picking up them as a as a project itself. Like let's build an entire project, and over the go of the project you will automatically learn about shared CN, resend emails, and pushing things into production and MongoDB and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Oh, Samit says, are you in Bangalore? Any chance to meet you? No, I'm not in Bangalore. In fact, I'm avoiding any travel for the next upcoming few months. Traveling actually cost me a lot. So that is why I'm not traveling anywhere. The moment I leave my studio, that means a week of recording is gone, a week of work is gone. It's very expensive to leave the studio and be anywhere outside of Jaipur. So I'm not planning to travel. I'm not looking forward to travel. Can a college dropout get a job as a fresher? Of course, anybody can get a job as long as you have the desired skills which are required, as long as you can compete in the front with other people who have the degree. So there is no extra advantage of not having a degree. The moment you loudly say it out loud that I don't have a degree, I don't have a degree, it doesn't put you in a great position. That nobody's going to worship you that, hey, you don't have a degree, you are a cool guy. No, it just means that a lot of companies, I'm telling you this from the inside perspective, a lot of people in the company and high big brands, they actually take the applications of these people who don't have degree, but they actually immediately filter them out. They see this as a problem of discipline, that this guy couldn't pursue his degree and there are some disciplinary issue with this folks. So let's just pick up another application because there are thousands of applications. So telling this from the inside, yes, this happens. On the front side, to get a good marketing and PR, they always say that, hey, we are now hiring people without a degree. Even Google does that, Facebook does that. But when you see the real application process of how this is done, it's different, man. It's all different. Aman says, are there any scope for React developer? The entire market needs React developer. Oh, by the way, have you seen my that video, Free Code Camp? That blew up. That blew up. Oh man, that is so much fun of a video. In case you haven't checked out, I recently posted a probably 12 and a half hour long video on Free Code Camp with a lot of projects and stuff, and it blew up like almost 80,000 views within 3-4 days, I guess. So yeah. ML engineer or ML ops, they both have very similar job roles. They both have very similar responsibilities on that. So I don't think so there is a versus here. I honestly have to be leaning more on the ops side. That's what I enjoy the most in the cloud, building the pipelines and whatnot. So I lean a little bit towards the ML ops side. Personal touch. Shiva says, what is kernel development? I think you will be staying very, very far away from the kernel development at this phase of your life. It's something which you touch really, really late in the development. Or probably if you're lucky, you have joined some big FANG companies. You somehow were really good at coding and got into those teams. But it's really, really hard. So finding hard building business logic. Yeah, recently, like this is English channel, but those people who have followed me up on the Hindi channel where I launched a backend development, I've really showed people step-by-step process of how you can build the business logic in the backend and how things actually work. That is one of the best series that I've ever produced, hands down. Chai or code, JS is enough for an interview. More than enough. It's more than enough. If you have gone through with all the little details that I've gone through in between. So yeah, that's there. Oh, this is a classic question versus web dev or AI development. I don't know why people look all these things from a perspective of or. I'll do this or I'll do the. This is a tech world, man. There is no or versus in this one. You have to be a web developer, then you have to be a mobile developer someday. If you are a mobile developer, you have to become an AI engineer someday. If you are an AI engineer, you have to become a cloud engineer someday. So there is no or. There is only a starting point that you start with, probably in development in AI, probably in web development or mobile development, and then eventually keep on learning. There is no or in the world of development or an IT. There is no or, there is no versus. There are just starting points. The moment you have that clear picture of understanding of how the IT works, that is it. You get a clear idea, like crystal glass clear idea that how things in industry works. Until unless you'll be keep on watching the videos which we all make, web dev versus AI, DSA versus development, and it's fun. We get a lot of viewership with that. When you're going to start Rust, not soon. Not soon. There is not enough serious learners of Rust. There are only enthusiasts at this point. And I've already put a lot of heat on my channel with building a content which are just for enthusiasts or high-level developers. Like we recently did a series on React Native, and only a handful of people watched that. Oh man, that is, yeah. Oh, there's a nice one from Bibek. We worked on one couple of projects with Bibek as well. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm good, Bibek. Hope you are doing good as well. It's been a while. I have one query. I'm doing web dev for last 4 years. If I change to app dev domain, now what kind of position should I consider? Entry level or senior role? Senior role, of course. Knowing you personally, Vivek, I would say senior level, of course, man. You have done a pretty insane amount of web development over the years. And I think the moment you will be shifting to any kind of app development, you'll be bringing those experience with you. So there is no such thing as you should go for an entry level job now. You are not switching any domain. You are not going from, let's just say, cloud to a graphic designer. No, we are not doing that. You are not going from development to designer role. You are going from one development role to another development role. If this would be the case, nobody would have been promoted to Google. They switch team all the time. Okay, so GCP as first cloud, is that okay for front-end dev? Of course, 100% okay. It's just the preference. My preference leans a little bit towards AWS. Doesn't mean the other cloud are bad. They're equally good. If you're getting chance with them, go ahead for that. That's always a good idea. So no worries on that part. All right, so we have around 350 people watching it, but we have almost similar range of likes as well. So you guys are hitting the like button constantly. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that. And it's pretty good. Oh, Aman is saying, I watched React Native. I'm one of them. It was really good. The series was really good. We put a lot of our hard work, effort, everything into it. But sadly, it didn't got that much of the attention that we wanted it. Anyways, stuff happens. Okay, so more questions. Oh, Aman is saying, grow your hair. No, man. I'm okay with those short hairs. I don't want that. Oh, nice one. Thoughts on DHH, Dukan leaving the cloud. Is it really cheap not to go? See, all these people, what you don't understand is those people like DHH saying that cloud is expensive, we are better cheap with the on-prem devices. So try to understand that these people are at a certain level. They have certain level of traffic that is there on their services. For anybody who is just getting started or a startup, cloud is the way to go for. And cloud is the reason why the ecosystem of startup is growing, because anybody can spin up an EC2 machine and just start working on that. Eventually, when you reach at a certain point where you're having millions of dollars of bill yearly, then you start realizing that is it worth paying those bills or can I have on-prem services? So take that grain of salt with you that DHS is saying all this and it is absolutely correct because he's at a point, his applications are getting those insane amount of traffic. Rest of the people don't. So yeah, really good question, Rahul. Nice perspective. Oh, Ankan says, even the Golang series was great. Golang series now is getting views. It didn't got view when I made it. Now it is getting the views. Yeah. Thanks, Vivek. Thanks for joining the live stream. It's been a while that I've done these kinds of streams, but we'll be doing them now, a lot of these streams. So it's fun. Oh, nice. Abhishek asked something about the masters. We'll go for that. Should I prefer a good college for master or should I invest my time in learning things along with the average college? Now, I was also having this question when I started my masters. Like I had all the options. Almost every college was ready to take an intake, and I could have easily prepared for a year and could have gone through with the exams and those colleges like IITs and ITs. But I realized that after a certain point of time in life and a phase, a college cannot teach you much. That is a fact. And I think if you are trying to go in the masters, college is not going to teach you much. You just have your curriculum and books, and you have to study on your own. And I'll be honest that most of the masters who are providing masters in the college, they don't have teachers who are of that caliber. They don't have. So I think it is much better to be in a decent college, which is just providing you the exams and a degree and a curriculum, and just focus yourself for next 2 years in learning the subject which you really want to. Like I wanted to be in the cloud for really long time. So last 2 years and entirely this next 6 months will be focused on just cloud. I don't want to study anything else. So yeah. Be ready for the new tech. I was working on NoSQL, React, Node, and AWS for the past 11 months in my current company. And now I'm working on Azure, Django, Fast API, Postgres, Cube with a 40 days deadline. that's a really strict deadline. But this means we can have a fun applications, Shubham, on Django and Fast API, Postgres, and maybe Prisma, some kind of a fun. So I think it's good that you are changing a flavor and we can introduce that flavor on the channel. By the way, Shubham helps me building a ton of content around the channel and stuff. So I think it's good, man. And especially the Django and Fast API, we can do a lot of stuff together on that. All right. All right. So Athar says, done with your React series, now learning more by making projects along with learning backend, or should I stay focused on React? No, man. If you understand Hindi and by any means you can watch my Hindi channels, Chai or Backend, Chai or JavaScript Backend. That is the highest of the benchmark standards. And by the way, two more videos are about to drop. One we dropped today, another one we'll be dropping tomorrow. Finish that before it gets outdated. It's not going to get outdated for the next 4 or 5 years at least. But before you start facing issues or anything, finish that, man. There is nothing that matches around for that. Oh, there's a super chat. All right, so BCA, age 30, handling family, business, no corporate experience. Can I make it to DevOps and cloud jobs? Will they consider me without any corporate experience? I think this is exactly where cloud comes up. So I think you should really go for it, because cloud is one of those such things which helps you in moving away from exactly this situation. I've seen a lot of transition who are directly going into cloud and moving into that. So I think you should really, really go for that, man. Cloud is the solution for that. Oh, we saw Francesco. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Gifted 5 membership of the channel. So you can just click on the card and enjoy that. Francisco is on a spree of killing on the YouTube, as well as doing a lot of fun stuff. By the way, big shout out to his channel as well. Go ahead and check it out. He talks about DevOps all the time, about Docker. Once you start, you cannot actually make him shut. So Docker, a lot of talk, a lot of Next.js, TypeScript, and DevOps side as well. So go ahead, check out his channel as well. Big shout out to him as well. Super fun. All right, so okay, moving another super chat. Hello, sir. I'm your old student from the MERN Stack course. Oh man, that old? How long? Even before, like 6-year-old. Oh man, makes me realize how old I'm getting. A recently made project took 8 months to make. It's totally fine, 100% okay. Some projects do take time. Everybody has their own learning curve. And not everybody can learn in 1 month. So it's totally okay. Further guidance, how to get review of yours. We'll definitely start the reviewing part as well on the Discord. That we'll freshen up some channel on the, we'll collect the weekly project or resume for the reviews, or not reviews, but just a thought on it. I'll not call it review, just thoughts on it. So we'll do that very soon. But one thing I would like to make a point here is that a lot of people get worried about that, hey, I'm taking too much time to learn this tech. 8 months for React. Who learns React in 8 months? It's too much of time. I should have learned that in 1 month, 2 months. No, man. This is not how you learn the tech. Sometimes things takes time. And if you took 8 months to learn React, totally okay. Totally normal. Everybody has different learning speed, and it's totally, totally okay. Okay. Next one. Planning to make DSA with JS. By the way, love your video. Yes, we do have a plan. In fact, I have rolled out a couple of videos of that on my Hindi channel as well. But that's the whole plan as of now. Oh, looks like my heater is too high. Need to turn on the hot airs. It's really cold. Oh, Ankush says, guide regarding time management and productivity. How to be more productive. See, productivity is all about how you are benchmarking your productivity. Like, if I make 1 video a day, I call it a productive day. If I'm able to do either a video or a workout, I call it a productive day. So it's all up to you how you are actually doing that. Mrityunjay says, oh, by the way, nice name. I'm unable to log in into LCO. Same for me. I'm also unable to log in into it. You need to go to iniron.ai and they will help you, or probably ping Krish. He'll be able to resolve that. Okay, so cloud content. Yes, we are doing cloud content. Yes, we are doing. It's already available on the channel. So yeah, it's going on. Sir, update about AWS series. Going on. I'm preparing notes. Video will be up very soon, hopefully soon. But yeah, it takes time. You cannot make back-to-back videos on cloud and stuff. It requires note preparation. It requires video demos and whatnot. I have to look into the exams, how they are going on. It takes time, man. It takes time. And I actually do things on my own pace as well. Oh, by the way, Love is asking, please create a Docker crash course. I have a full crash course, not crash course, entire course on Docker on this channel. Probably nobody saw it, but I have a course on Docker. I have a course on Kubernetes, along with projects. Along with projects, man. Oh, Helium says, I post daily progress on Twitter and weekly post on LinkedIn. It's good. It's good. Try to summarize it more. It's not about constantly pushing. Learn in public doesn't mean that you have to do it every day or every week. It's all about when you make a subtle benchmark, you understand something, you just share that, hey, this is what I have understood. Is it okay or I need to learn more? Getting feedback on from the people. It's not about daily posting or weekly posting. You're not content creator. So just take it easy, man. Take it easy. React Native or Flutter, which one should I do after MERN? After MERN, it makes sense for React Native. You already have so much of things under your belt. So rather to go for that, that actually makes sense. All right, so hey guys, hit that like button as well. That would be really, really awesome. Can you bring a video on TensorFlow JS? We are actually planning a little bit fun than TensorFlow, much better. So yes, I cannot share everything that's going on because parallelly there are so many things going on. Which one gets finalized, which one gets the recording streak? I really don't know that. So yeah. Okay, where can we find problem statement for SAS? You have to find it on your own. There is no guide like, hey, this is the SaaS app you build, this is how you take funding. No, this is not how it looks. Why are you giving so much content for free? What your motive, or is it like hobby? It's of course a hobby. I enjoy teaching. That's what I do. I don't have to roll out courses as of now. I am working as a job. So that's why I'm just rolling it out. Enjoying it. Today's thumbnail is amazing. Hey, thank you so much. Somebody appreciating my thumbnail skills. I love that. I love that because I built that. Okay. From Hindi channel, completed blog project and added some features like added username on post page. That's good. Also while editing post and user profile with functionality to edit user info and still going on. That's good. I think one of the best way to learn from any YouTuber is to follow along what YouTuber is doing. And once the video is done, then keep on adding features. Still stick to that project for next couple of months and keep on building on top of that. This will give you confidence, which is most important in learning. And once you are done with 2-3 features, try to push yourself with more complex features. That is the best way to learn from YouTube. All right, so a lot of fun stuff going on. We'll keep this live a little bit short. As we go further in the episode 2, we will make this live a little bit more extended version of it. This one will keep a short just for that. So let me bring in. So in case you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Yes, we made this one as well. Go ahead and try this out. And in case you haven't done it yet, now let me put up a countdown timer. For the next 10 minutes, we'll be taking your questions and then we'll call it a day. So let me answer a few more questions. When the DSA course in JavaScript will come? It's already going on Hindi channel. Will take a lot of time because I do things at my own pace. But it will be there eventually. Okay. Can I get into the cloud as a new to tech? Yes, of course. Anybody can get started in the cloud. It doesn't require any programming experience. If you have, that's great, but it doesn't require, anybody can get started. That's the fun part of this. Okay, so moving on. Aggregation pipeline crash course was amazing. Thank you so much. Somebody watched it. Somebody finally watched my aggregation. It is one of the best course available online. If you are really interested in MERN or anything related, go for the MongoDB specialization. And in that, you should really learn MongoDB aggregation pipeline. Freely available on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. It's pretty fantastic course. You will enjoy this. Okay, next up is from Arnav. It says, I'm not that confident in JS and React. Although using AI, I am able to implement most of the stuff required. Should I move on to the next? No, absolutely not. That is absolutely bad for you. If you are able to somehow do the things, that's not an engineering way. That is not how you build really rock solid application. At least you should be confident about your JavaScript skills, how JavaScript works under the hood, how things happens in JavaScript. That is the thing you should know about, in-depth knowledge of it. Then if you take help of AI or anything, that's okay. You will be like 10x developer. You will be doing things super fast. But if you are not confident about JavaScript or React or what happens, how things works, no, you should not go for Next or anything. You should just go for that. Okay, another super chat that we have is, okay, I have 5 years Spring Boot, 1 year in React, 2 year data science, data engineering. I have I have noticed opportunities to work on project involving all above skills are rare in larger firms. Absolutely, 100%, very very rare. Transitioning, by the way, roles changing now. Yes, I would 100% agree. The skills that you have, the skill set that you have mentioned, are like dream project for most of the people who are in the big companies. Either you have your own startup or you have worked in some of the very fresh startup, probably from seed funding to round one. That is where you learn all of these things because the engineering team is less. You have to pick up a lot of role. That is good thing, but these are good that you have so much of diversity in that. But in the larger companies, you won't find any roles which are like that. Larger companies like to segregate their team based on roles. So there's always a Spring team, there's always a React team or AI team, and they don't interchange things that easily. So yeah, I think it's rare opportunity. If you got that in some big company, I think you are rarest of the rarest of the species. But yeah, good thing, Money. It's really a fantastic experience. I think somehow, by the way, all those people who are having these kinds of experience, join up at hitesh.ai/discord and talk to each other freely. If you have opportunity in your company, talk to out, post up there, have it openly. If you need people who can work a little bit of your side project, just look out for there. It's a nice community. And I don't mind if you are promoting even your open source project or something. Feel free. It's open up there. What math topic should I learn before starting DSA? Nothing. You already have the background. If you have studied like matrices a little bit, matrix multiplication a little bit, rest is just fine. Oh, I think I have to binge watch your videos instead of Netflix and OTT. Oh, that's nice if you can do that. But it's difficult to actually binge watch the studying material back to back, but it's good thought. It's good thought. You should try this out. Oh, nice question. A little bit spicy one. Mohit says, which one do you prefer? Mac versus Linux versus Windows? Any day I would prefer Mac because it gives me enough of Linux that I want in my daily life, but also gives me enough of easiness that I want from the Windows side of it. So it's a best mixture of all. And when I open up the Mac, it just works. That's what I need. I don't want something to do sudo apt get updates and upgrades and all. Though I don't want that. I just want to focus on building my application. That's why I usually prefer Mac. But if Mac is not the option, give me Linux. No Windows. Thank you so much. Afzal says, you are my favorite teacher. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm learning DevOps via YouTube. I am college student, but not sure to pursue the career in it. Please give some motivation on it. You don't need motivation. You just need, yes, you are doing good. You are doing right. Learning DevOps can be done by absolute freshers. Learning cloud can be done by absolute fresher. Don't worry, you can do it and anybody can do it. Okay, sir, please give me Discord link. It's super easy. Just type in your browser hitesh.ai/discord. I think couldn't make this much more easier than this. hitesh.ai/discord. By the way, same goes for hitesh.ai/WhatsApp. Super easy. Plan to make community on WhatsApp? Yes, there is a plan. Actually, I'm already working on it. Let's see. Okay. Can you make video project on Discord JS with AppWrite in Hindi? I'll try. With AppWrite, that would be fun. That can be fun. That can be fun. Next.js projects like in Chai or React and Backend fully explained. Yes, very soon. In fact, the recent app like True Feedback, we built it on purely on Next.js, and very soon we'll start recording the videos of it. And it's purely a Next.js app and all of that. Unable to join Discord. No, it's working fine. Let me just give you the link. hitesh.ai/Discord. It's working fine, by the way. All right, let me give it to you. Yeah, it's working fine. Yeah, let me just check if the link is active. Very much active. Very much active. And there are over around 700 people active there. It's working as much as it can. Oh, Discord. What does the Discord says? Discord says unable to accept invite. Nah, it doesn't say like that. Or or our link expired. I'll check it, probably. It's working fine, I guess. Okay, Shivam says, I'm not from IIT or IIM, so can I do great? I'm also in the same situation. Not from IIT, not from IIM. Doing pretty good. Linux, but much use the terminal as much as possible, not genome. What's the fun of not having a genome, those fancy Ubuntu minimize effects and the fires and whatnot? So I think this is good. Rushikesh says, working in edtech to teach data science from last 4 years. Is it difficult to switch industry? Yes, decently difficult, but since you are from an edtech teaching the data science, you can anytime move into the production development industry as well. Shouldn't be much difficult for you, but depends on what you want to say when says switch industry. Switch industry, something like you are looking forward to move in some different domain, maybe design or marketing, something else. Why LCO is not working? I even don't have answer of that. Prisma with Mongo, bad idea. Prisma with Mongo is a bad idea. There is so much of the headache and so much of the problem with the Prisma and Mongo. Like, why would you like to mix them? Prisma is made for the SQL databases. It works flawlessly there, so go with that. Why to intermix them? Mongoose is there for the NoSQL databases, especially Mongo. Yeah, it's nice. You got the question reading skills and pick right questions. Yeah, that one skill I have developed over the years by doing so many of the YouTube live streams and whatnot. Next podcast, Piyush Garg. No, I'm not bringing anybody in these podcasts. These podcasts are for people like you. So not bringing anybody. If anybody wants to join in or something, the channel is open. You can just come in. Not in these ones. These are just specifically for people. Because if I'll just bring anybody, then we'll be talking. You'll be just listening. No fun. No fun. Okay. When you will be uploading Windows to Linux transition videos? I cannot because I'm not transitioning there. I haven't touched Windows in years. Apart from making those installation videos, I haven't touched it in years. All right, so I think our time is up, and that's all what we'll be doing for today's live session. It was fun, pretty good. I enjoyed a lot. And thank you so much for joining this live stream. Those who have joined up live, those who will be watching it later on. It's good. It's fun for you. By the way, I can play one more time with the intro. So that's our podcast with people. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll be working on. And thanks, Sharan, for the super chat. Can we throw some light on Chat GPT dominance? It is dominating. It is good dominance. I am enjoying it. The amount of easiness that it's giving to write code, to prepare material and whatnot, it's so much fun. So I'm enjoying it. By the way, that's it for this live stream and this podcast with people, episode 1. And very soon we'll be doing more such in the future. But this is it. This is it for this one. Thank you so much, and let's catch up in the next one.